Hey, so here's a little video to talk about what I mean. So you bring the foot up and forward. So let's see where your keyframe is. So if we look from the side, you've got kind of the weight here, but you can see we brought this foot forward and this one's right underneath him. Sometimes showing the grid helps so that we can make sure we're staying centered. But for this frame, for as far as you've brought that front foot forward, I would grab the back foot and bring that one back as well. So now you're dealing with kind of a contact pose here almost. So I didn't save any of that or key any frames, but same thing as we go along. So you've got them, centered here, that's fine. But then if you're going to bring the foot forward, you want to bring this other foot back. And you'll want to look at the keyframes that I posted in the announcement because it's really going to show you the contact down passing up, because you don't need all of these frames. I think you're making it a little bit more complicated on yourself. So our contact pose will have a little, you'll be on the ball of the foot, of the back foot, but you'll bring this front foot forward, and you'll raise him up just a little bit like that. That's more of your contact. Then we go to down, and your arms will be fully extended. And then passing is where we kind of have his body straight up. His feet are closer underneath him. And then this back foot actually starts to come forward. You'll want to fix the feet a little bit and the arms, but you want to make sure you're getting the 4 key poses, okay? And keeping them centered over that 0, 0, 0 point. Now, as for rendering, we can go into our render settings. So I see you've got it saved as a QuickTime movie. Name.extension for multi-frame, but that's just because you're doing the QuickTime movie. Start frame 1 and frame 30. So depending upon, you've got camera 3 here. That might have been something that I did, but whichever camera you actually want to render with, then this should be all fine. And you can, render, batch render. If that doesn't work for you, you can, just do to the Targa files. I'm just going to do frame 1 to 5 to show you this. Name.number.extension, that's fine. Perspective, so I'll just do that, and then we're going to go down to rendering, render, and then batch render. Hopefully my computer won't take too long. Open up After Effects. So if we go back to our render settings, you can see it's going to be, and it'll be different for you perhaps, but mine's going to be in Users, Jennifer Fuller, Document, Maya, Projects, Default, Images. So that's good to know when I go into After Effects, because I can do a new composition and all that, but I'm just going to import file, and then it was Users, Downloads, and then I'll go through it. You can also just search for it. So here we go. So it's taking a little bit of time, but you would click on Open, and then you'd want to make sure that it had the whole sequence there. Then you're going to go to Composition, Add to Render Queue, and then you can change it to a QuickTime there. Let me know if you actually want me to walk through it step by step again, but this should get you going.